So my second year, I started doing the steeple, and I did well. I had success. I qualified for regionals, NCAA West regionals that year. But like towards the end of that pack kind of thing, like
Right.
not even like a slim dream of making NCAAs at
Yeah.
that point in my career. Truly, I was just happy to be at
Right.
regionals. And so, and I, to put the time in perspective, and not everyone will understand times and stuff, but like I ran, I think 10:23 in the steeplechase, my second year of university. And then it was my third year of university. I ran 9:40 in the steeplechase.
Wow, that's a huge.
So, and I think it was 9:43, and then I qualified for Worlds and ran 9:40 at Worlds. But it was a massive shift. Like I went from essentially, like I said, like, I did well in my conference, like just squeezed into regionals, to then all of a sudden, going into indoor season, my third year. I remember sitting down with my coach and being like, yeah, like our goal is to make, be All-American in all these events, right? And then going into outdoor where it's like, my goal is to win NCAAs, right? Like it was a day and night, really. I think in the mile, I went from running like 4:51 to 4:32 that year. It was like a little bit of a whirlwind, in a great way, but also overwhelming when I think back on it. Just like, it kind of came out of nowhere.
You said 10:23 to 9:40.
Yeah, in 1 year. Yeah.
Okay, so like you're talking about how you like gradually improved, and then like you do have those like breakout races, like it just because you had no preliminary PB before that was faster than 10:23.
Yeah.
Right. Was it that race? Was it the mentality? Was it like, oh, like you had this fitness, you just didn't use it yet? Like,
So
how do you break that down?
I got a new coach. So my current coach, Andrew Carlson, who still coaches me now, started coaching me at the beginning of my third year, like that summer going into my third year of university.
Yeah.
And we kind of joke about it now because I don't think he realized what a big jump in training it was for me. And he's like, in hindsight, that was probably too much of a jump, but I handled it really well. Right. So added a lot more mileage, a lot more aerobic work. And really like the reason I still work with Andrew is because his training just clicks really well with me. And so I do think it was largely due to that, having him as a coach, where all of a sudden, because it was gradual kind of improvements for my first 2 years, and then trained that summer under Andrew, came in, and that was when I made my first NCAA champs, was in cross country that year.
Right.
So I qualified as an individual. That was my first time qualifying for NCAAs, obviously.
Yeah.
And then going into indoor season, that's when all of a sudden it's like, it was this shift of like, oh, this is like something I could be really good at, right?
Yeah.
And so that's when we sat down, we made those goals of like, okay, All-American in the mile and the 3K. I was able to achieve that indoor season. And then going into outdoor season, I had these massive jumps during indoor season. Running 4:32 in the mile. I think I was 9:02 in the 3K at that time. And so going into outdoor seasons, I remember getting ready to open up my steeple. And it was at Mount Sac Relays. Andrew was like emailing the meet director to try to get me into the first heat, because I obviously should have been in the first heat, right? I was coming off of this great indoor season. I knew I was fit, but I only had my steeple PB from the year before.
Right. So they wanted to like use your 3K.
So like Andrew was trying to make this argument that like, okay, this girl just ran 9:02. Like she's gonna run at least 10 flat, right? Please put her in the first heat, right? And they refused. They would not put me in the first heat. And so in that race, I won the whole meet from the B section, and ran 9:43 in the steeple. That was my first ever world standard. So that race qualified me for worlds from the B heat.
And did you have to run that alone pretty much?
I ran it all alone. Yeah. Every step of the race alone, soloed the 9:43. And that was kind of that moment too. Again, like we knew I was going to run much faster than I had, but we didn't know it was going to be that. So to be able to get the world standard, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, like if we kind of hold on to this, we have a good Canadian champs, like we're going to worlds, which is absolutely nuts.